She's just living her best life with you guys. How old is she now?
2. She just turned 2.
That's what I thought. I was like, it's around the time. Okay. When's her birthday?
July 13th.
That's right.
Yeah, their birthdays are cool now. His is March 13th and Kim's is July 13th.
I love it.
And it was a straight shit show going to happen.
Oh,
I
really?
did not know that. I didn't know it was in full-blown labor. And they told me, they're like, it's going to happen fast when you have this, which is why they wanted me to stay inpatient, and I refused.
Yeah, because you didn't have any amniotic.
Nope. I went 10 weeks.
Right. Oh my gosh. Okay.
And it was like, I think 3 in the morning. I started having like, it wasn't even contractions, it was just like cramps. But they weren't consistent. Like, I finally got to the point where I was like, maybe I should time these, like, not consistent whatsoever.
Did you think they were just like Brixton Hicks or whatever?
Yep. Yeah. And so I'm like, okay, but it was like waking me up.
Yep.
I woke Brandon up. I don't really remember, but I woke him up because I was like moaning. I was uncomfortable. And he's like, do we need to leave? I was like, no, I think I'm gonna go take a shower. So I get in the shower, and then like halfway through my shower, I'm like, I just had this realization of I'm using this as pain control.
Oh, yep.
And I'm like, maybe we should go. Like, I'm still questioning it, but maybe something's going on.
Yeah, get checked out.
So luckily we had somebody staying with us the entire 10 weeks in case we had to leave in the middle of the night. Like,
smart. Planned accordingly.
And we went downstairs when my parents were leaving. We left our house at 5:05, and I had him at like 6:04.
Shut the front door.
At St. Joe's. So we drove from Parker to downtown.
Oh my god.
And I was fine till about halfway there, and we got halfway there, and I had the instant realization of like, oh fuck, this baby's coming.
Oh my gosh.
We made it into triage, and they're like, you need to lay down so we can check you. And I was like, nope, I can't. I was like, what do you mean you can't?
It's
like,
coming.
I cannot lay down. I need to push this baby out right now.
Holy Toledo. So you didn't have, do you have medicine or anything?
Oh no, nothing.
Straight just, whoo!
And as soon as I realized, I started telling her, I'm like, can you please page anesthesia? And she's like, ooh, sweetheart, you have no time for that.
We're past that point.
Yeah.
Jeez.
2 pushes and he was out.
Oh my gosh.
Which, thank God, it was quick.
Yeah, that's how it was with Harper. It was 3 pushes, and he had to stop me. I remember the OB.
Oh my God.
He was like, you need to stop because I don't want to create something really bad for you. I'm like, okay.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, everyone's happy, doing good now.
Yes.
Yes, when I got your text, I was like, okay. Because I had been thinking about you since that day when I saw you with your hair. After you told me everything going on, I was like, oh my gosh. So.
Yes.
Aww.
It was a journey. And
It sounds
he
like it.
was in NICU for 43 days,
Okay.
which was a process.
Was it?
Going back, and it was St. Joe's NICU, so it wasn't close.
Oh my gosh.
So between him and Kinsley and going back and forth every single day,
Yep, that's a lot.
we pretty much just rotated.
Are you back at work?
Yes. I've been back 3 weeks now.
That's right, because Tuesdays work better for you.
Yeah. And normally I would just take it, that's why I asked you, because
Yep.
I'll just take some days, but I have 0 time now.
Oh man.
So I was off for 5 months,
Yep.
and I basically told them, I'm not coming back unless you give me this extra time off with him.
Yep.
Because by the time I had him, it was 2 weeks and I would have had to go back.
Holy Toledo. Yeah, no.
I told them, nope, I'm either quitting or you're giving me more time.
Yeah.
And they gave me more time.
They're like, we don't want to retrain somebody.
And actually, it's been better there than when I left.
Has it? That's awesome.
Can't complain right now.
That's awesome.
We weren't really sure how long it would last, if I was going to end up staying or not. But
Yeah.
right now, it's not bad.
Just rolling with it and just kind of.
And they've been super accommodating. Like, we've had to take him to tons of appointments, and it's all through children, so we just pick whatever times they offer, and we say yes.
And that's the thing with children's is because they're so booked.
Yep.
It's like you snag what you can.
Yeah, so there's been, already I've only been back for a couple weeks, and I've had to leave or come in late or take a day. I'm like, well, sorry.
Yeah. Gotta roll with it.
But since they're being decent, I'll stay for now.
Right? Now, is hubby on day or night? Or mid?
It's on like mid,
Okay.
3 p.m. to 1 a.m. Which somewhat works.
Yeah. What time do you get off?
4. I'm 6 a.m. to 4 a.m. or 4 p.m.
Okay.
Which is really nice.
Yeah. for sure.
The waking up at 4:30 in the morning stuff. To be off at 4 is really nice.
Yeah, you're just kind of like in a daze right now, I'm sure.
Like, I don't sleep anyways, so
Yeah.
what difference does it make?
Just keep chucking through it, and then one day you'll get to. I'm finally at the point where it's like Harper sleeps in,
Oh, that's nice.
and you know when she wakes up, she's so self-sufficient.
Oh.
It's sad, but it's awesome. I'm like,
But it's
okay.
also nice.
Yeah, yeah.
How are they?
They're doing really, really good. Today's her last day with her tutor. We got her set up with a tutor, and the tutor is a 4th grade teacher at her school, so she could potentially have her for a teacher. And if not, at least she'll be able to tell whoever her teacher is, like where Harper's at.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. And we've just like been on the go. We went to Brackenridge, we went to Keystone. We've been doing a lot of Skate City because it's indoors and keeps us active. And then we've also been going to it's new-ish rec center, Aurora. It's over there by the reservoir, and I can see Arapahoe racetrack from it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
What you're talking about.
So we go there, and then I've been home all July, so it's just been really nice.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, enjoying some family time, and then next month I get back to it.
Traveling.
Yeah, back to traveling. It was like chaos in June because I was in California, Florida, and Detroit all within like 1 week.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was a lot. And then I got food poisoning when I was out in Detroit. And I
was that in the middle of it all?
Yeah, well, that was the end of my stretch.
Oh.
And I got it the day I had to leave.
Oh.
So, like, I woke up at 4 a.m. and I had to originally wake up at 6 to get to my flight. And I wake up and it's just like, it's bad.
Oh.
And I had to take an Uber ride to the airport, and it was like 30 minutes, but I get in the Uber, and it just like smells like BO.
Oh god.
I'm like, this is awful. And then I get to the airport, I literally can't leave the bathroom. I got so sick that I had to go get like a shirt from like the gift shop
Oh.
because I couldn't stop being sick. And I was like, how am I gonna get on the plane? And my husband's like, why don't you just stay there? I'm like, you just told me to stay in Detroit. I'm like, I stayed in the suburbs. This is not the suburbs. We're in like Detroit.
We're in Detroit.
Yeah.
Detroit.
And I'm like, I'm gonna do everything I can because the last thing I wanted was like to get sicker and need like an IV or something, and I'm alone.
And be out there by yourself.
Yeah. So it's like, all right, we're gonna suck this up. And I was like literally crying. And luckily, I didn't have somebody right next to me on the flight.
No.
But the poor guy that was one seat away, like I was getting like holding it down, and he just kept looking at me, and I was like, motion sickness, because I did not want to get kicked off that flight. I was like,
No.
nope.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah.
Did you have your dog with you too?
No.
Oh, thank God.
Thank God. I was like, okay, just me. But then it was like when I got to DIA, I was so weak that I sat there and I was like, okay, how do I get my bag off
Oh,
the
God.
overhead?
You get the energy.
Yeah, how do I walk? Like, it was literally like 1 foot in front of the other getting off of that plane. Yeah. So that was fun.
That sounds horrible.
I was like, I'm done traveling. I'm not doing this anymore. But I'm back to it, you know.
Oh.
So I go to Dallas next. I go August 17th through the 19th to Dallas for the Hair Award show. So I'll be there, and yeah.
That's not bad.
No. Oh, and then we got into a car accident.
What?
It was not her fault.
Oh.
So it was
poor thing.
I know, it was 22525.
Oh.
And she got sandwiched between two trucks. Essentially, a truck was trying to push its way on and sandwiched her.
Oh.
And
was her car total?
yeah. And luckily, the truck she was like smashed into had full cameras around his rig and recorded it. So like, I think she was taken to Swedish, and then when the cops got there, they said that they reviewed already the footage. And like, she wasn't at fault. I was like, thank goodness.
Poor thing.
I know. I'm like, she cannot get a break.
She cannot win.
Nope. I'm like, all right, we're gonna put her in bubble wrap
Yep.
and just call it a day.
You can have a scooter in a bubble.
Right?
Poor thing.
Well, and I think the craziest thing is, it took the EMT and the cops an hour and a half to get to her. On 225 and 25 right there. And it was at, I think, it was at 2 o'clock. Yeah, so.
Was it Denver?
Yes.
Oh, well,
That's it.
maybe some of it.
Yep. So, because my husband and even Thea's dad got there before they did. And her dad was in the Springs.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Yeah, so, and then the truck driver that, like, had the cameras on his rigs, he was helping take care of her. Like, he had to pull her out through her passenger side because her driver's side door was all the curtain and airbags deployed.
Oh, so she didn't even get out.
No, she couldn't get out. And then he put her in his rig, and then when the EMT showed up, they were like, we never really force anyone to go get checked out unless it's like diarrhea, but they're like, we are shocked you're still awake from being in that vehicle.
Poor thing.
Yeah, so I'm like, alright, so we're just gonna get you a tank and bubble wrap, and that's how you're gonna maintain the rest of your life, kiddo.
Oh, well, that really sucks. I'm glad she's okay.
I know. Well, and I have a rule, I'm like, call me 2 times when I'm working, and I'll pick up, but just know you're gonna be on speaker with whoever I'm working on. And I was in here, and I pick up, and she's just like,
Hysterical.
yeah. And my client's like looking at me, and I'm like, it's okay. Husband is on the way. Husband's on the way. She just needs someone to be on the phone with.
Poor thing.
Yeah. So,
I'm sure that terrified her.
oh, for sure. Yeah.
Did she get another car?
We're working on that right now. Yeah, it's like this whole
process.
whole nother process because this one we just got in September last year. So the joys of it all.
We're going to look at cars today, actually, for Brandon. We're going to go look at trucks.
Oh, what kind are you looking at?
He wants an F-150.
Yep. Very good for him.
He has a big old Wrangler right now, and he really wants to keep both. But I'm like, I'm not trading mine in.
Yep.
If you want a truck, you gotta switch yours.
It's one or the other.
Yeah. And his Jeep is nice, but it doesn't have power or anything. It doesn't have power locks, power windows.
It's one of those. Yep.
It's like very much a just him and I car.
It's a
not
Jeep
good family car.
Yep. And making sure you have the space for dual car seats.
Yes.
Because she's still rear facing, yeah?
Yeah, she could be front facing, but we're gonna hold out as long as we can.
We did the same. Harper was so little
Yeah.
that we're like, as long as she's comfortable, not fussing,
Yep.
I kept her rear facing. As long as we could. I mean, her legs were still kind of a little bent, I think, by the time we turned around. And she's 9, and I still have her in a booster.
That's good though.
Yeah.
I mean, as long as she doesn't care.
She doesn't care, and her friends, they come and go inside the car, and I even put them in boosters. I'm like, we are riding in boosters, guys. You're all so little. And I look back at Faith, and I'm like, honey, only we knew.
Yep.
Because we were the same way. We grew up. I think I was out of like any sort of car. I can't even remember the car seat, honestly.
No, I don't either. Man, now with what Brandon does,
Oh
he does all the accidents. Anything kids, he's like, nope, I refuse.
Yep. I can only imagine.
Yeah.
Oh.
Kimberly's tall too, which sucks because her legs are all smushed up.
Oh, yep.
She's tall, but she's super tiny. I'm like, well, unless you look uncomfortable or you're telling us you're uncomfortable.
Yep. You're gonna stay like that.
Yeah.
Oh, something I got that's really cool. I got it from the TikTok shop because my car has air in the back, but it's down below.
Yep.
It's not above. It's these little fans. You put them and they plug in and they go right behind your headrest. And it has like low, medium, high, and it like circulates all the air right back to her.
Oh, that's brilliant.
It was like $17.
I don't need to look for that.
Yes,
That's a really good idea.
because she's always complaining she's so hot.
Yeah.
Because in my car, my husband, he's got the top like AC, and so I put that in the other day, and as soon as we get in the car, I hear her turn it on.
Oh, I'll have to get that because mine has them down low too.
Yeah. And especially summertime, they're like sweating little beast in there.
And half the time I don't even think about it and
Nope.
I'll like set stuff back there in the middle seat
Yep.
and then it blocks the vent. I'm like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, you're roasting.
Yep. That's usually how it happens.
She's like sweating that day.
You get them out and they're just like drenched.
Yes.
You're like, sorry, kiddo.
Bad.
Right. Because originally I was gonna get her like a little handheld fan because she always complains. But I found this one, yeah. It literally like clicks underneath my headrest, and then it has a little USB cord that plugs in.
Oh, that's so smart.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna have to look for that.
Right. Amazon, I'm sure you could find it.
Yes.
I found it off of TikTok, but anything that came on TikTok, I like Google it on Amazon and find it.
TikTok is gonna just take over.
It really is. It's like the new Amazon, I feel like.
It is.
It's like constant like commercials on there, nonstop. How's for a baby?
He's good.
Yeah.
We found just recently, actually, he has a little lump on his neck.
Oh.
We haven't got it looked at yet. He has an appointment next week. I'm hoping it's just like a fatty tumor.
How old is he?
7.
Yeah, you know, I always say, especially at this age, they start to get covered in lumps and bumps.
Yes.
And that's what you just hope it is.
And he's acting fine.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We were petting him the other night and Brandon found it. He was like, oh great, this is not what we need right
Yeah,
now.
you're like, no. We just got one kiddo figured out with the whole milk thing.
Yes.
And now we're doing this? No.
Please just keep everybody healthy for like a
Right.
month.
Oh, gosh.
Yes. But no, he's good.
Good. How's he handling the double?
Oh, he loves it too. Both him and Kinsley really surprised us.
That makes me happy for
I
you
thought for
guys.
sure it was going to be a struggle.
Yeah, like an adjustment.
Yeah. Nope, they're totally fine.
That's awesome.
I think honestly what helped was we were gone so much after he was born because
Yeah.
we spent all day with Nikki.
Yeah.
We just rotated between our parents letting them help us Kinsley. So we were gone like 90% of the time and then we brought him home and mom and dad are finally home again.
Yep.
So I think that helped us in a way.
Yeah, he's like, all right, I'll take it.
Yeah.
I feel like in a sense, they don't know what's going on, but he had to have known something was up.
Oh yeah.
And the fact that you came back with a little human being.
Yes.
Oh, is he gentle?
Yes.
Oh my god, I love.
Yeah, gentle giant.
Now, has your sister met little one
No.
yet? Okay. She planning on coming out?
It's gonna come back in December.
Okay.
Just for the holidays. She's debating coming back in the spring. That's been a whole debacle. She
Oh.
got a dog out there, and it's been a whole thing. I don't remember.
I remember she had
had
just gotten it last time I saw you.
Well, that dog has a whole bunch of issues.
Oh, no.
They think he was a rescue, and I think he was probably hit by a car, and they didn't tell her that. And he never healed from it, so he's had to have dual hip replacements.
So it's physical issues he's having?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's only 8 months old right now. And he's had one side replaced, and it was like a 10-week recovery, like crazy. Like he couldn't walk, couldn't put any weight on it. So she basically, it's like a harness. She had to like keep him upright anytime to take him out.
How big is he?
He's probably like 50 pounds.
Oh my
He's not
gosh.
huge, but he's
It's
not,
enough.
Yeah, he's not a small dog.
No.
We think he's like some type of a Mallee mix or
Yeah.
Shepherd mix.
Oh my god.
But it was a whole debacle. It was basically either euthanize him or do the surgeries, and the surgeries weren't guaranteed to work. Well, they went in to do the first surgery, and when they went in to put the prosthetic hip in, his femur cracked.
Shut up. Oh my god.
So it was like this whole like 8-hour surgery. So she's been a mess.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
I think she probably shouldn't have gotten a dog, but
Yeah.
she wasn't ready. She was determined to get one, and now she's like, I have no time. I can't do anything. I have to be with him all the time. And I
Yeah.
know the medical stuff makes it even more difficult.
Oh, for
but-
sure. Yep.
So anyways, I think she's gonna try to come back in the spring. Right now the CDC has like super crazy guidelines about flying animals. But my parents are going out in October, and if they can figure out how to get the dogs back, they might fly back with them.
Oh. Is there a quarantine time or anything?
There's not right now, but I
Okay.
don't know what the actual something that came out where like they have to have all this paperwork from the vets, shots, tags, like all sorts of
Everything.
things. And everything falls on the airline. Well, the airlines are now saying like, oh, we don't want to deal with the responsibility of this.
Oh, fun.
So pretty much any like major flight right now is refusing to fly dogs unless they're like cargo planes,
Wow.
which was just in the last like 2 weeks because they were looking into doing it.
Go
And
figure.
at first it was fine, and then my dad's like, Shelby, I don't think we can do this.
Can't swing this one.
So we'll see.
Jeez.
She finally finished her master's though, so now
Okay.
she's pretty much just living her best life out there.
Does she have a bunch of friends out there, or is it just?
No, she has a few. She has a couple close friends and then just like coworkers and
Okay.
acquaintances, but other than that, and I think that's some of the problem, she doesn't have anybody close out there. Our grandpa's not doing the best either. So I was trying to tell her, I'm like, Shelby, you need to come back because you're going to miss out on this time.
And you're gonna kick yourself.
And you're going to regret it forever because you're never going to get it back.
Yep.
And I mean, I don't want to be selfish. If she doesn't want to come back, that's fine. But I'm like, he is probably not going to make it another year.
Yeah, and it's being open and honest with her.
Yes. She hasn't met Logan. She has missed out on basically all of Kinsley's first 2 years.
That's rough.
I'm afraid she's going to come back and then a year from now regret all of that.
She's gonna have like depression hit her hard because she's gonna see how much time is gone.
She has this weird, like, I feel like she feels like she has to prove something by being out there. Like, she went out there and she's like trying to ride it out as long as she can, like, prove to everybody,
That
I
she's
can be out
making
here, I can do it. I'm like, but nobody cares. You've gotten to do so many things that nobody's ever gotten to do.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
So
exactly
just
it.
suck it up and come home. Nobody's gonna care.
Yeah. You're not any less of a person.
No, honestly, everybody would probably be happy to see you and be able to spend time with you.
Right? And being able to go, okay, been there, done that.
Right. So I don't know. We'll see what happens in the next couple months with her. She's just in her own world half the time.
Doing her thing.
And it's so hit or miss when we talk to her. She'll call and it's either
She's in a mood
super
or not.
good conversation, yeah, or she's in straight Shelby mood where she's just hysterical and she's a failure and life sucks and everything sucks. And I'm like, oh my god.
The whole 9 yards of
I'm
it.
like, Shelby, I love you and I want to be there for you, but I don't have the energy for this right now.
Yep. Yeah. 'Cause how old is she?
She's 29.
Oh.
And then that's her other thing. Well, she's almost 20. I guess she's 28.
Yeah.
Almost 29.
Okay.
But she's in this whole, like, I don't have a significant other. If I ever want kids, I have to do that soon. Like, I'm like, okay, well, first of all, you can't just rush into that. And second of all, you're not going to find anybody if you're back from forth from, like, here and there.
No, you gotta be settled and like happy where you're at to find that right.
You're not going to find some Prince Charming in Austria, which
Not gonna
I think she thinks is going to happen.
Yeah, she's just like waiting. She's looking around everywhere she goes. Where is he?
I'm like, you need to stop, like, forcing it. 'Cause it's not going to happen that way.
Yep.
Yes. Poor Shelby.
Yeah. It's one of those life lessons, and I feel like too, once you hit like mid-20s, you view life so much different.
Yes.
Good and bad.
Yeah.
You realize how valuable time is and all that sort of stuff. It's not like you don't have this invincibility sort of thing anymore.
I think she's gonna be in for it when she comes back in December because Kinsley is very much in that phase of like, I'm super shy around anybody unless you're mom and dad or I know you.
Yep.
My mom, she loves. My mom is like her best friend, but it's even just the difference between my parents and Brandon's parents. My mom spends lots of time with her and plays with her and
Has that time.
she knows exactly who she is and is so excited. Brandon's parents come over and she hides.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it doesn't last. She'll eventually be fine.
Yeah,
but
she'll
she
come
gets
out, but it's
very shy and has to be with mom. And I think Shelby thinks she's just gonna be able to come in and like play with her and be everything's fine. And I'm like, she's not gonna be so open to you right away
yeah.
because she doesn't know you.
Yep. That's how it was with my sister, because my sister, she moved to Delaware. And she was originally supposed to be like Harper's like nanny. And when she came back, like Harper just didn't.
Yeah.
And I mean, Harper's 9, and it's been me having to like be very consistent and be like, you need to come over and spend time. And now they're like besties.
Right, but it didn't just happen instantly.
No, and I think the hard thing is her not having kids.
Yes.
And her thinking she can just show up because she's my sister, there's gonna be a connection
Yes.
with the baby.
That's pretty much exactly Shelby to a T.
I'm like, it's not that you have to earn it with these kids.
That or between her and Brandon's sister, they were giving us so much advice on parenting your kids and moving in, and I'm like, I do not want to hear it.
He's like, we are good.
Like, you're just pissing me off.
Call it a
I
day.
know it's coming from a good place, but you need to stop.
You hit a certain point where you're like, no more.
Yeah.
We're good.
Brandon's family really royally pissed me off at the very beginning, because when we were like working really hard on his feeding, so they put him on like, he has this little, I don't even know how to explain it. It's like a little insert that goes in his bottle. I think it's essentially for babies that have like cleft lips or like have a really weak suck swallow pattern.
It helps with
It just helps them not get so fatigued. And so they had us doing like this insert. We had to feed him sidelining, but all of this so it's like so he's not aspirating on it. And Brandon's sister came over and she's just sitting there like full on cradle holding him, doing whatever the hell she wants. And I actually went over and corrected her, and I hate being that like I don't want to be that person.
No.
But I corrected her because I'm like, this
You
is
have
something
to.
that's really important right now. And like 30 seconds later, she's just back to doing her own thing right in front of me, and then straight up tells me, "Oh, he's doing just fine with it." I'm like,
You're twitching a little bit.
and I was like, okay. I just went and bitched Brandon about it.
Yeah.
I can't be that mean person.
No, and you hit that point of exhaustion too, where you're just like, I'm not gonna sit here and get everything.
And I don't want to be so nitpicky about every little thing, but I'm like, that's a big one. Because it could end him up back in the hospital.
And when you put so much time and effort into like avoiding that sort of thing.
But his sister's the ER tech at Children's Hospital, so she has it in her mind that
Oh my
she's
gosh.
perfect with kids and everything that she does works. And like, no,
She knows it all.
but you have no kids, and it's a lot different when it's your own kids
Versus
them.
ones you're taking care of, yeah. That's like the know-it-all.
Oh, yes. I'm sure I'll be real sad when he's not like baby anymore. I'm like, I'll be really glad when he's out of this
How you hover.
stage.
Well, at least you guys got it figured out. It's the first hard thing right there.
They were trying to refer us to some like crazy, it's called the Aero Clinic at Children's. It's basically a team of like respiratory therapy, GI, feeding therapy.
Oh wow.
Like everybody works together. And we went to his appointment yesterday with a feeding therapist, and she's like, he doesn't do that.
Okay.
She's like, that's like huge level, like they're 1 year old and still can't do liquids. I'm like, okay, well then
Give him time.
we're just gonna not make that appointment.
Yeah. Just kind of sit on it
Yes.
and see where he develops and grows.
The GI doctor was like, we can scope him and see if he has anything like anatomically, and like, we would know.
Yeah.
They did all this in the NICU. I'm like, I'm not doing any of this.
No, and there's no need to put him through more of it, especially if he's like,
Improving,
Doing
and he's
good.
fine.
let him be. There's a point of torturing where it just hits a point. No, they're not gonna remember it, but
But still, I'm like, and I'm not gonna make him go through all these appointments and scans and
all that just for what you already know.
yeah. Struggle.
Yeah. Being a parent, so you get into the nitty gritty of it.
Whew. It's like the best thing and the worst thing.
It
at the
really
same
is.
time.
It's like the most gratifying job I've ever had, and definitely gives me a purpose.
Yes.
But Lord Almighty, it's like you can read what to expect when expecting a million times. You're never prepared.
No.
And then wait until they get older.
Does Dave have a boyfriend again?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. So I'm like, all right, we're single, we're mingle. But and I think it's interesting, and I think it's like generations, because she's they're the young generation, like Gen Z? I always mix up Z and X.
Yeah, I don't know which one's which.
And it's like, when I was 21, I was so responsible. And I look at the 21-year-olds and I'm like,
Oh my god, I cannot imagine being 21 right now.
nope.
Or we always say at work, like, if we were in high school now, like, compared to when we were in high school,
Nope.
oh my god.
Nope. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's literally crazy. And so And what was it? It was like I was watching. It was like we're creating the most anxiety-ridden generation right now. But I think that like this generation will be the first generation that has their kids and knows the power of like social media.
Oh
like,
yeah.
And they're gonna be the ones that actually put in the regulations and get that stuff going. Like we're trying right now. Like I would say our generation.
Right.
Her generation is the one that's had the ramifications
Yes.
of it all, and they'll be the ones to get all that changing.
God, I cannot even imagine being like a teenager right now.
You know, especially like the AI issues that are going on with teenagers, with like it making them look like they're clothed,
Yep.
and it's like impersonating them. And
We get that all the time. That and the, do you know what swatting calls is?
I've heard of the word. What is it?
It's basically like these shitty like teenage kids that are all in their video games and they're playing like, I don't even know, shit, war video games.
Yeah.
And they'll call the police on each other and they're basically try to get the SWAT team to come out to their house.
No.
They'll call in fake 911 calls. But they're little 16, 17-year-old video game buddies.
How do you guys decipher who's who and what's real and what's not? Do you have to take everything serious?
We have to take everything serious.
Holy cow.
We had one last week that a guy called in. I think they found out he was calling from out of state. They found this out way after the fact, trying to do an investigation on it. But he called in on a non-emergency line and said, I accidentally just shot my mom. I shot her in the stomach. She was awake and breathing, but she's bleeding, and I'm afraid to go back in there. I still have the gun. And like super legit. We had everybody like lights and sirens. It was this crazy ass call. They get there, and he's like, well, I'm afraid to go downstairs. And the girl on the phone with her was like, you have to go downstairs. You have to get help to your mom. And they broke the door down. Well, nobody was inside upstairs. They said, I'm in the upstairs bedroom. Well, they went inside, and I guess the entire upstairs of the house was being like renovated. And there's like nobody up there, and they're like, well, this is sketchy as fuck.
Shut
But
up.
they're like airing all this on the radio, and they're like, are you sure this is the right house? I'm like, yes, this is the numbers he gave several times. So about 2 minutes into them breaking the door down, going inside, trying to clear the house, we get another 911 call from a 17-year-old kid that says, I'm being swatted. I'm in the basement of the house your cops are at. And we're like, what?
Oh.
He's like, I'm hiding in the basement. I can hear them upstairs. And we're like, oh, Jesus. Well, this one, they don't know if it was just kids being shitty to each other, or if he was trying to ambush them, and it was a whole plan. Because he was in the basement, he was home alone, he was 17, and he had like 10 loaded guns sitting all over the basement. Yeah. By himself. And he told us when he called in, he said, I'm hiding in the basement, I have a bunch of guns down there. So they're like telling him to come upstairs with his hands up. So he walks up, they get him in, they clear the rest of the house. All of these guns, like shotguns, they had a bunch of handguns, all loaded, just sitting in the basement. And they're like, we're wondering if he was trying to ambush them.
Oh my
and then
god.
chickened out,
Yeah.
and then called 911 on himself. Because it was, I mean, we don't know, but all the timing was just really weird.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they made it known they were in that. They were at the house, they were trying to get in, and I think maybe 2 or 3 minutes in, they finally broke the door. So it's not like he didn't know they were there.
Holy Toledo.
Yeah. But I'm like, we've had a ton of, and it's always that. It's, I shot somebody or I shot myself, or, so then they go to these poor people's house, or I'm barricaded, so they get the whole SWAT team out there, and then it's nothing.
Well, the only silver lining I can see is it's training.
Yeah. Yep. Because we gotta treat it as real. But I'm like, oh my god, I can't even imagine these poor kids, like, if they don't know, and
That's
all
insane.
these cops show
Show
up at their
up.
house, and they use their name.
Oh my
So, like, they were using
god.
this kid's name, my name's so-and-so, this is what happened.
What?
Yeah.
That's insane.
Like, kids are freaking brutal.
That's insane. I would be like shaking and crying and like
Oh, yeah.
PTSD right there. Oh my
I
god.
can't even imagine.
No. Not at all.
So that one was weird. But in general, they're not usually that weird. It's like completely that. These poor kids, we get in their house and they're like hysterical, like terrified of us.
Like, I didn't do anything.
Yeah. Like, I have no idea why you're here. It's these like nerdy high school kids.
Oh my gosh. They're like what are these kids gonna grow into from all what they're doing right now with this? What are they gonna do with it?
We were joking the other day when they had that big old Microsoft issue.
Oh my god.
Like, I think this means we're way too reliant on technology in the world.
Yep. Absolutely. It's all about our grid.
We were fine, but there was like a ton of, I know Aurora's 911 center like basically went down. They had no computer system.
Oh,
Like, not surprised.
right.
I guess Brandon was saying his sergeant just went home halfway through the day. He was like, well, my computer doesn't work.
There's no need for me to be
We
here.
have no radio. I'm just leaving. And I thought Brandon was kidding. He's like, no, he legit went home. Okay. Alrighty, nice. And just up and leave.
Right? We're done. We're done. Holy cow. Oh my gosh, Aurora, I swear they can never get a break.
Oh my god, no. They're a disaster.
Yeah. Well, and they just had a recent, in Aurora, it was a kid who got shot, a strip mall area, I think it was. A teenager. He was like 13.
I think I know what you're talking about, yeah.
I was like, jeez.
Yep.
Just doesn't stop.
And I want to say the kid that shot him was also like 15 years old or something.
Yep.
Like young.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird. It's just so different from when we were that age.
And even in that area, like I know it's not the best of areas in Aurora, but like I grew up going to like Aurora Mall and that sort of stuff, and I knew like we weren't allowed to be at the mall like when it was dark. But I don't remember there being this much. I swear it was more like within like the little gangs and stuff,
Yes.
and it wasn't like now the random kids here.
Yeah,
and
now
there.
it's just all the time. It's so sad because it's like now it's not like if we have a school shooting, it's basically just when. It's just a matter of time.
I feel bad.
Which like terrifies me. I'm like, I do not want to have a school then, but the other part of me is like, it just freaks me out putting them in school.
I know, that's how we are. It's like, I want to get through elementary, even though that is one of the ones that gets targeted the most.
Yeah.
I just have this gut feeling that, like, you know, because I'm right there at Eagle Crest, I feel like we're in, like, this bubble
Yep.
that's in a bubble,
Yes.
and it scares me.
And you're in that like weird gray area of like it's not bad, but it's not great.
Yeah, there's, like,
You
it
have
comes
either
in.
the ritzy people or the super, I grew up in Hood Aurora.
Yes, exactly that. And, like, my house, so when I went to Eagle Crest, I lived over by Horizon Middle School.
Okay.
And those kids are still coming over to Eagle Crest in our neighborhood that we have. And you were exactly right. It's a mix. And then it's getting the mix of like the little rich know-it-all kids and with like the little hood kids.
Yes.
And then it's not good.
Harper did really good staying home, didn't she?
Mm-hmm.
She just, I mean, she missed her friends, but.
Yeah, she did really good. And I think with Cherry Creek, they have a hybrid homeschool. So it's like they do their online stuff with their teacher, so they log in and it's a teacher there. And then 1 or 2 days a week they can actually go to in-person.
Oh.
They have a building, it's down on Arapahoe,
Oh, is it the
Jordan.
It's the Innovate campus?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. You go in there and that's where you can actually see your teacher face to face, and you can get like tutoring, or you can like do classroom
It's
acting.
not bad.
And you can still participate in like all the clubs, the activities.
That's actually a really good idea.
I know. And then there's also parents that like teachers. You know, a lot of them are like, I'm not going to put up with this crap at the schools and everything that's going on.
Right.
And so they're starting to make, parents are paying these teachers to create like little sub-communities
Oh,
for like homeschool.
Right.
Where it's like,
That's a good idea too. Or they
houses,
just do their own.
yeah, they do their own and they're able to like, parents are getting together, a couple of kids in a group, pods. They're making pods. And bringing these teachers in, and these teachers don't have to worry about going to school and worry about being, you know,
Dealing with the school system.
and not being safe.
Right.
It was like, Harper, she gets panic attacks whenever she sees the sheriff's car after school.
Aww.
And I think they have a kid that goes there, so that's why it's there in the mornings. So anytime she sees it, she knows that it's usually going to be a drill.
Yeah.
In their drill last year, she said that the teacher had to use their phone and use the light on the phone, and they went into like a hidden like closet area.
Which, like, I guess good that they're
It's safe,
practicing
but,
it, but that's
the
also
main-
these poor kids.
That's the fear. That's the depression. That's the anxiety we're creating in them so young. It's wild.
I never thought I'd have to, like, think about that with, like, sending my kid to a school.
And that being something to worry about.
Right.
I remember mine was like fire drills, tornado drills.
Yeah. We would love fire drills because we just wanted to go get outside and like, stand out on the soccer fields.
And you wonder if somebody actually pulled it or was it a real drill?
Yeah. Now it's like this terrifying thing.
Experience, oh yeah.
A fire drill goes off and they send the cavalry.
Right. And it's like, what's going on?
It's
There's
like a
lockdown.
huge response for us, even if it is just like accidental.
Really?
Oh yeah, we have to send like everybody. There's like 4 precincts that go. Fire automatically gets dispatched. We get dispatched. I think because of Arapahoe.
Yeah.
Because everybody was sharing Columbine. Because everybody was just blowing fire alarms.
Yep. I remember being in school during Columbine. I was at Horizon Middle School. This happened. That was a sketchy day. And then after that, I remember you couldn't enter in through doors that you wanted to enter in through.
Yep.
They started like locking all of like the main school doors. Yeah.
That one's so crazy to me because I still work with people who took all of that.
Wow. Yeah, my sister's mother-in-law, she was the first SWAT team that's out there.
Oh,
That's sketchy. Yeah. Like that.
sometimes I wonder, I'm like, does my job make me like worse as a parent? Because I'm like terrified about everything.
You're more aware
Yeah.
of what's out there. Which is, it's kind of
Good
like,
and bad.
yeah, it's like sometimes I like to put my head in the sand because like I have conversations with so many different clients in different industries and I know a lot.
Yeah.
But then there's times like, all right, it's gone in one ear and out the other today.
I don't want to know it.
Yep.
Yes.
Because it's the pros and the cons of it all.
Brandon too. I'm like the things that I'm like, Brandon, you need to just take a step back.
Yeah.
She's a kid, but she's a kid.
Yeah.
She's 2.
Do they do any sort of like mental health for them?
They do. He uses it actually really well.
Oh, good.
I have yet to go to any of them, but Brandon goes all the time.
Okay.
I pretty much forced him to start going. And then he started going and loved it.
Well, and because you have been doing your hair since he was a rookie, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I think that's good for him. So he doesn't look like anything
Yes.
heavy and deep. Like how like my sister's mother-in-law, she was on SWAT, and then father-in-law was at DPD. He was like on units, and the mornings I hear from them, I'm like,
I've been trying to convince Brandon actually recently. I'm like, you need a new job. How about we do something completely unrelated to law enforcement?
totally different. Yeah.
The money is what keeps him. He's like, I can't find something that's comparable.
Well, and it was like my sister's brother-in-law. He does the drones for Aurora.
Okay.
So he's the one that goes out like when the cars are racing, the little
Oh yes.
street racers. He goes out and does that, and that was like the best switchover for him.
Oh,
'Cause
I'm sure.
now it's like it's a desk job, but it's not a desk job.
Yes.
He still is like getting the bad guys and crime fighting, but from like a safe.
But you don't have to go out and actually do everything.
Is that something he would ever look into?
I don't know. I'll have to tell him. Look at drones.
Tell him to look at drones, and I know a guy of it. So, but Aurora's so big, you know.
Yes.
But he's been Holston. He's been with Aurora for.
That name actually sounds familiar.
Does it? He's a higher ranking. He's been with Aurora for gosh, since I had faith, at least 21 years.
Okay.
Yeah, he's been there for a long time. And he was detective and doing all this, and then he was like after COVID.
Yeah. It's like, I'm done.
Yeah, he's like it's gotten overrated. There's no protection.
No. No, just hearing some of the stuff that Brandon tells me, I'm like, why would you be in Calgary town?
Mhm. Yep.
If we didn't have so much family here, I think we would move somewhere.
Yeah.
Move somewhere with an ocean and a beach.
Mhm.
Just get away and completely start new
Yeah.
jobs.
Nice and easy.
But maybe someday. We can't be that far away from family. We miss them too much.
Yeah, you need them. And I mean, like you said, the pay is great. At least from
Yeah.
what my sisters told me.
Yes.
And I think it also like retirement. Like
Oh yeah, retirement is really good.
yeah, because I lived with my sister's mother-in-law and father-in-law, and they have a beautiful house out in Bennett on 40 acres. There's that.
Oof, that's our other thing lately. We totally bought our house and we're like, oh, this is gonna be our forever home. It's a great spot. And then just recently we're like, maybe we should open a portal and start looking. Yeah, so we can have land.
Yes, it's the land bug.
Yes.
We all get it.
One of Brandon's friends just got one out in like Franktown.
Mhm.
And they have like 30 acres. It's so nice.
Mm-hmm.
Their mortgage is cheaper now than it was at their house in Parker. I'm like, what?
And you don't have the HOA.
No HOA. Their houses are not anywhere close to the neighbor's house.
Mm-hmm. And if you're one that doesn't get scared of some coyotes,
Yeah, that's a great place to go. They have 3 kids. They have a 4th on the way. And like, it's so nice for them. They have so much outside things and trampoline setup.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
really nice.
And my sister loves that there. It's just like, right, because my sister and her husband, they built a apartment in the basement of her in-laws house.
Oh, okay.
Because I think I told you my brother-in-law, he has muscular dystrophy.
What? No.
I've never told
I
you
didn't know this.
Yeah, so he has muscular dystrophy and he has a very rare form, so he was actually born with it.
Oh.
So have you ever seen Teen Mom 2 where she has the twins and one is like totally handicapped for muscular
I think
dystrophy because
so.
she was born with it?
Yes.
That's how his is.
Wow.
Yeah, and like the doctor said,
No, I didn't know.
he would never walk, he would be like mental issues, and he went on to be a state racing champion. He
Wow.
worked on diesel trucks, but now
Now it's coming back.
it's caught him. Now he's fully like wheelchair bound, and so they moved into my sister's in-laws house just because there's that help. Because like when he fell, gosh, it was like 2 years ago he fell, and just from falling over he shattered his arm because he doesn't have like the muscle mass.
Support, yeah.
So
Oh, well, that's like super sad.
the only pro I can really see from it is how Harper is so welcoming to anyone in wheelchair because she loves riding with her uncle, and so she's just everyone's
Because
bestie.
it's just so normal.
Yeah. She's like, these are my peeps. I'm like, yes,
Oh.
like, there's a little boy's name is Miles at her school, full of handicapped. And she plays soccer with him by kicking the ball to his wheelchair. That's a fast
Oh.
And then she'll dance with him like
She's
in
so
music class. Yeah. She'll dance behind the music class, and she's loves his little sister. She's like in 2nd grade, and yeah, she's such a great kid with that. She's been exposed to it so young.
That's really good. All your little pictures of her, I'm like, she's so cute. I love that she's so excited about having to do her hair. And
She
she
loves
wants all
it.
the fun colors and things.
And she's definitely, it cracks me up. She's like in her goth stage. I'm like, okay, if we're gonna go through goth stage and we're in 4th grade, let's take
There we
it
go.
versus middle school.
God.
Because that's how I think I went through a little bit of it. My oldest, she had her moments in middle school. I'm like, all right, we're getting it out now.
Yep, get it out of the way.
We're done.
God, that's the other thing. I'm like, when we were in school, we were like straight yahoos, like.
Oh.
And now everybody's like, you look like they're 21 years old.
Yeah, they have all these tutorials. And I'm like, man, all the mismatched makeup I had.
Their makeup's all done better than mine. And
Oh,
I'm like,
for sure.
over here with my clown makeup in middle school.
Like Harper can contour way better than I could ever imagine at that age. I'm like, I don't know how you do it. Oh, I'm moving. I think better for you though.
Where?
Arapahoe and Parker,
Oh, what side?
Chinese Man Theater.
Oh,
There's new studios over there. They're called
Okay.
Image Studios.
is it like just yours?
Well, it's like
like
this,
this.
but it's inside, and it's a single size studio.
Okay.
This one, with how much I've been like traveling and whatnot, it just as a lot.
Yeah. Oh, well, especially by yourself.
Yeah. And I think the big thing too is I'm sick of driving on the toll road in winter at night. Because like to get home, all I have to do is go down Arapahoe and then shoot through the neighborhoods.
Right.
And I get to be home. And
Yeah.
so I can have longer hours. Say like I have a client that's like, I need to come in last minute. I can literally just go down. It's right there.
Oh, that would be nice.
Yeah.
When?
October.
Okay.
So it's probably the last.
So probably the next time I'll see you.
Yeah. Cause you live.
We're at like Broncos or Jordan and Main Street.
Okay. Yep.
So
it
about
might
the same.
be.
Go straight down Jordan.
Yeah, I'm like, it might be closer, it might be the same for you.
That's probably the same. Well, no, I don't know. It might be a little bit closer.
I had a client who's in Parkland and she's like, let me Google it. And she says, she's like, it's 3 minutes closer. I was like, all right.
It's probably about the same. Yay, well that's exciting.
Yeah, so I'm like, I'm just looking forward to like the change and just being closer to home. And
Yeah.
because it's that winter driving, but it's like when it's nighttime here and I know there's black ice on those roads.
Yeah.
And I've been doing it now for 14 years.
Yeah. No, that's much better.
Yeah, so
Much better drive.
yeah, I'm excited for it. And like I can get rid of my home studio because I'll be so close to this one. And this one has openings up top, so when I come in here and I try to like film and teach, I can hear everything. Yeah. And then the new one, I get to have a TV. I can't have one here, so we're gonna binge Netflix. You guys don't have your mommy TV.
I know, I told Brandon, I'm like, I'm gonna take my time when I leave.
Yes. Well, and I do, yeah, so it's been great. And everyone I've been talking to, they're like, oh, it's not bad distance.
No, because even if they're not closer, it's really not that much further
No.
from over here.
It's 10 minutes, I would say, from here.
Yeah. Hey, that's super exciting. Now that you painted and did everything.
I know, and I'm kicking myself, and I'm like, why did I do that one? Like, I had to.
Yeah.
It was
No,
like,
you made it nice in here.
yeah, I had to make it through that time, so I'm like, I'm still in here right now. And I just accepted that, got it done. I probably would be at this location now if I knew them, but
Yeah, but that's okay.
yeah. This new location, the downside, I won't have window.
Okay. You can still go do your outside
Right.
pictures.
Yes, and they have like a gorgeous area.
Everybody will learn real quick.
I know, they're like, all right, here she is. Well, and it's interesting here because you wouldn't think it, but you know, there's 50 studios in here.
Oh wow.
And so it's like, anytime I'm up front, I swear,
All these people.
it's always people, it's somebody I've never seen before. Like the most random things. So I have a girl that I actually went to beauty school with who I was good friends with, who I haven't seen in like a decade.
Oh my gosh.
She's upstairs
And you had no idea?
the whole time I've been here.
I didn't even know it was upstairs
I
here.
know, yeah. It's like never ending studios all around here. It's crazy. Yeah.
That would be super nice. Are you gonna do it all nice in there too?
Yeah, I think I want to keep it very like simple. So I'm so proud all my plants are still alive. So all the plants are coming.
Yes.
I think that's gonna be my decor.
They've done good.
I repotted all of them recently too, and I got Miracle Grow for them, and so they're thriving. And I'm gonna get like little plant lights for them. So I'll have them, and then we'll get my cute little TV in there, and then it comes fully furnished.
Oh, that's nice.
So I have to sell
All this stuff.
all this. But what's really nice is the little things that make me excited is when you guys are in the shampoo bowl, I'm sometimes like cleaning out your glass bottle or something like that while you're laying there. It has a separate sink. So I'll have like
Oh,
behind
that's
you that's
convenient.
like this built-in unit that has a sink.
That's really nice. That will save you a ton of time.
I'm like, yes, it's those little things, and it's only 2 years old.
Oh, okay.
So, but they're like all over the U.S. I
Okay.
think they're franchised. It's not where they're individually owned,
I
but
think
it's,
so.
yeah. So that's how it is. And I think they have one in the tech center. I looked at that one. I'm like, I just want to stay closer to home.
Yeah. No, that's a much better drive for you.
Well, in my toll road, I did my taxes. I spent $4,000 last year. My tolls. And that's, yeah.
And you don't even think about it when you just do it all the time.
Yeah. And I used to like take like Arapahoe, but Arapahoe, sitting on that sometimes, I'm like,
Yeah.
shoot me. I'm using more gas than what a toll would be.
No, there's like no good way for you to come to get over here.
Nope.
Can your doggy come in?
Yes.
Good.
Yes, because she has her ESA. She's banned right now by me. Because
Why? What did she do?
Did you experience her where she was like 7-inch keys?
No, no. I think the only time I saw her, she was like new, like
Tiny,
super
tiny?
new.
Okay. So she gets so excited. I think it's a little dog thing because I've never experienced it before. And so she just gets so dang excited. And so I had a rule for everybody. I'm like, okay, when you get in here, you're not allowed to greet Ruby until you're done with your service. And they're like, okay. What does she do? She sits right in front of you on the white cart. Like
The whole time.
trying to have a conversation to get you to pet her. And then I stepped out and the manager here, she's like, I never heard Ruby as vocal. I'm like, no. She's like,
Yeah, I'm really sorry.
yeah, okay, alright. So then I go home and I got her one of those handheld, like, no bark things where it's like an ultrasonic thing. It's a game. It's a game.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I tell her, like, she'll go to bark and I'm like, no bark. And I hit it and she's like, arr! I'm like, oh my god.
Okay. Kind of.
Yeah, she's too smart for her own.
How big is she now?
She is 12 pounds now.
Oh.
She's so adorable. She's like the funnest thing ever. I'm not used to little dogs. And
Yes.
so, like, I love when she's being naughty. I can just, like, pick her up. And I carry her like a baby like this.
You're like, and just taking you out of the situation.
Yep, and we are done. We are done. And Harper was so cute because Ruby turned 1 on July 4th. And Harper literally planned a birthday party for her.
Oh.
Printed out invites, took them to everyone in our neighborhood that had dogs, dropped them off. And then the twins across the street, they enlisted their mom's best friend to make goodie bags for all the dogs. Like, there's balls and treats in these goodie bags.
Oh my gosh, that is adorable.
And so we're like, oh, this is happening.
Doggy birthday party.
It's happening. So then I had to go get like a doggy birthday cake. And then Harper, she was smart. She's like, we're gonna do the birthday party on the 3rd because everyone's gonna be celebrating the 4th. So we do it, and no one really shows. And so the twins, they have like their old little girl, and so they bring her over, and then one of her other friends brings their little dog. And then like, it's really hot. We'll do the cake on her birthday on July 4th. She's like, okay. And we are one of those that has a huge block party for 4th of July. And she's like, Mom, we need to get all the adults to sing happy birthday to Ruby. I'm like, no. We're
Nope.
not stopping a party at like 40 to sing.
She's like, well, I will.
So she made sure by the end of the night, like, we had come inside and she's like, we haven't sang to Ruby yet. So we had to light a candle, put it in her birthday cake.
And everybody had to sing.
I was like, oh my god. And she loves her so much, Harper does. We had to take Harper to the pediatrician, and it wasn't her pediatrician that she's seen since baby. And so the doctor's trying to get, like, Harper to talk to her, learn about her. And she's like, do you have any siblings? And Harper's like, yeah, I have a little sister. And she bites me and pulls my hair, and we were like, it's a dog. It's a dog. And we look at Harper, and we're like, Harper,
You cannot say that.
we're like, you have a human sister, an older sister. She's like, oh yeah.
Oh, I forgot about her.
I'm like, oh sweet Jesus child. She's too much, too much.
It's a dog, it's a dog.
It's a dog, it's a dog. She's like, bites her.
Oh.
And then we took Ruby up to Breckenridge, and she does a gondola really good. We got her like a little backpack, and
Oh.
she was getting barked at by like a pug was barking at her, and she was just looking.
ignoring it.
Mhm. I was like, oh, you're so good.
Such a good little girl.
And I think it's just because I take her everywhere.
Yeah, she's so used to it.
She's so used to it, but she's so social too that like if she doesn't get that socialization, she's gonna talk to you.
She's gonna let you know it.
Mm-hmm. But she's kind of like your daughter. How they're shy around strangers,
Yeah.
but like once you say
open
hello and
up.
you're there, they're good. So like the cutest thing, I have a little crack underneath my window frosting. So she would look through it and she started to learn who my clients were.
Oh.
And she would greet them all.
She would know.
Yeah, and if it was a new client, she'd
unsure about
I
you.
don't know about you yet. And then I have one of my clients, she's a sweet soul lady, and I've had her forever. And I'm like, Susan, I'm not gonna let her jump in. She's like, hey, it's fine, it's fine. And Lindy just like attacks her face all like licking. Like I think she cleaned out her ears for her. And it was like, I have not seen a baby have a gut laugh like that. You know how babies have that gut laugh?
I loved it.
She was just laughing. I'm like, that's baby.
Dogs and kids, I swear.
It's the best.
Oh,
It's the best. All right, gorgeous. You are foiled. Lay down. Yeah, you'll process for the next 40 minutes. Okay. Enjoy some peace and quiet.
I know, I'm like, I will enjoy my 40 minutes.
Right? The nice and quiet downtime.